my view from my camera.
This is a Java City player made using Java FX. This is a simple media player. It have all basic functionality which we are going to make through scratch, and this tutorial is to learn and understand something about Java and Java FX. This has all required buttons: forward, pause, stop, replay, and this is a mute, and this is volume bar. This is back. These buttons are working very fine. You can see this is pause button, and this will prompt now to resume. Once we will press resume, again it is playing. This will forward button will enhance by 1 second, and back button will reverse by 1 second. The replay will simply back the video by 5 seconds and reduce the rate of playing 4 times. So this is all functionality which we will require to play a media. This media player supports all video files which JavaFX supports, like MP4, FLV. Also we can play audio files. This is a mute button, and
The start and end of this video.
from this volume bar we can control the volume also. So this media player we are going to make, and we will understand what are the things required and what are the basic things by which we can make a media player. So guys, stay tuned with Java City. Let's make media player by using Java FX. So let's go ahead. Welcome all in Java City again. Here we are in journey of learning Java in depth. So by this lecture we are going to make a video player using Java FX API. Guys, Java FX API is a collection of library provided by Java SE. Up till Java 8 it was included in Java SE, and after that from Java 11 it has been provided in a separate module. Later we will discuss when we will study and we will make project using Java 11. Java FX works on a principle of MVC, stands for Model View Controller, and model signifies database interface. View takes care of appearance, and controller provides an interface for both database and a view. So it's an awesome platform for making rich internet applications and a GUI based applications. Guys, definitely making media player you will get confidence and motivation of learning Java. So keep learning Java with me, and I hope after making a video player you will certainly gain confidence. This video player contains very basic functionality of a media player, and after making this slowly and gradually we will enhance the video player functionalities by using Java FX available libraries. So stay tuned with Java City and keep learning. Let's make Java media player from scratch. Let's go ahead. So friends, let's start to make my media player, and I have given the name of my project as my embedded player, and this is a new project. And as soon as you will create a project, 3 files by default will be created. This is a main file, this is sample file, and this is controller file. Sample.fxml is used to create nodes, GUI nodes, which are visible, which are required for your media player. And this is a controller of XML, fxml, and this is a main file from where we will start execution. Okay, so this is a main file, and this simply extends application. Okay, So these are the override methods: start, stop, init. There are so many methods. Later we will discuss class main of JavaFX lifecycle. So let me start. So first we will create our GUI. So here I have opened this sample.fxml through scene builder. We'll take border plane. So here is a container. You can take border plane. And in border plane, the sides are defined: top, left, center, right, bottom, and according to requirement we can shift our required nodes in this area. We have to take a stack plane. A stack plane is a plane where we can pile up all nodes required. So here it is stack plane. So this will be go in center, and after that we will take media view. Now this media will go in stack plane, and in this H box we will do button bar. So here we have to take buttons, and before doing take buttons we have to take V box inside this H box. Where is V box? This is. Now inside this V box we have to again take a H box. Okay, now let us take, first we will create a button inside this H box. So go in a control and take a button and level. Where is button? This is button. And a level for displaying the name of your media player. Okay, this button need to be given select button. So text is select. Okay, and this level is doesn't know, this level text need to be Java City player. Okay, let me correct the font. It should be better, it should be in capital way. Okay, now this select button, this should be given a certain margin. From here layout, you can, let me fix it 50. Okay, and align it in a center. Okay, this, and let me make the font. Now the text fill need to be in color, this one. Okay, and let me give the margin more. So guys, we are starting layout. This is a cumbersome part of your project, list view. Okay, so let me first take the list view. Here is the list view. Okay, this is the center part and this is our main part. So here we have to take width. So how much width we have to take? 800 minus 100. This 100 width we have taken for list view, and no right part we have taken here. So 800 minus 100, so we can take up to 700. Okay, we have to take first 6 button. We have to take back, play, forward, pause, stop, and replay. Okay, next one is forward button,
Next one is stop button. Next one is replay button. Okay, and this is last one is stop button. Okay, 20. Okay, and it should be reduced to 30 because we have only level and okay, here we have to keep a level, volume level. So okay, this is the volume level and it should go inside this one. Okay, and this will be above. Okay, now this is the level. Now first we give the properties of this level. Volume, always remember I am using this level node identity first and then the name, level volume, and this is a slider volume. Okay, to identify throughout the program. Okay, now we have to fix the size of this. Let me fix it little bigger. This we have set the text of a level. Now we want to put an image view in all level as well as buttons. So let me fix our view part. So these are the images which I have reported. So each node, back, play, forward, images from external source. We have already taken reference from this sample.fxml, and we have taken, so you can see here in image view, and you will see the image property of this one, and here we can select a path, and already I have downloaded all the images and created a folder images, and all the images required are kept inside this folder, and we have given the reference from the sample.fxml to all these images. Okay, and this will extend to application. So here you can see the parent root. Okay, so what is parent root here? Parent root is a main root, main node. So here border plane is a parent root, so we can change this one. So here we can take border plane. Okay, this is the beauty of IntelliJ IDEA. When we are typing away keywords, automatically it gives indication that these are the, so border plane is our main root, and title we haven't given in title. This is the root width and height dimensions, and this is the object name of border root. Each node in JavaFX extends to object, as I have already cleared in my previous. Controller have been defined here, sample.controller, and once you will define the controller class path to this fxml, automatically it will inherit all the given properties. And so here you may say already homework I have done. Back button need to define back button, and a play button, and this is forward button, pause button, and replay. I haven't given name. If we require, we will give it name. And this is fx id. So whenever the controller will call this button, it will be known from the name given here, stop button. Okay, and here you can see in skeleton all the fields which we have given here, and it need to be taken, and same it can be pasted in a controller class. So here you can see this almost we have given here. Now we have to start our code. Let me first run and see the view of this design panel, whether it looks good or not. So it should be as similar. So this is a little cumbersome process, but you can do some more things, and you can do some additional things also. Design much better than it is. You can do modification, you can change color as required. So this is the view till now what we have done. So what we have to do first we have to make a select file class. So let me stop it and go again in this scene builder. Now first we have to define method for select file. So what select file will do? This is a select file we have to select, and this is fx id on action. What we will do, let me do handle select button. Okay, so this is the name of method we have given, and for play we can define handle play. Forward we have to give handle forward. Same way you can give the name of methods, what will happen when we click. So this is the method name we will declare one by. So all the method name and fx id given you can view in a simple this view, and here show sample controller skeleton, and here all the things are written, the method defined for handling the event, and once you have decided what the name and what the method name will be, so you can simply you have to save it, and once you will save, all the data required will be synchronized with the controller class, and you need to just copy all the things whatever you want to take here. Each fx id and handle method whatever you have assigned in a scene builder need to be given in a controller class too, and this should be same. So once it will be given, so after that you can see here all the things are pasted over here. Now one by one we have to write the code for handling the events given in. So first we have to write the method of play. So what we want to first we method to select the file. So we have to first search the select button. This is the button, this event will be responsible for selecting the media files which we want to display. So let me first create some declare the classes and its object name. So first we have to we will require file chooser. Okay, so let me require file. Okay, and you will see file chooser. Okay, and let me give the name of file chooser as it is. Okay, next we will require file class. Okay, so this will be the java.io package, and here we are writing simple file. Okay, next after that we will require a media class. Okay, this you can see the package and corresponding class package name, it is displaying. This is the beauty of IntelliJ IDEA. Whatever we want to do, it simply helps us a lot. We don't want to, so this is javafx.scene.media package, and from here we can import the class required. So this is okay, and we have this is the object name which we will use. Now we will require a media player. So let me write media player. This is the media player. Okay, and we are giving the name as it is suggesting, and media view. Okay, we have to and media view already we have taken. So this is the media view, and here we have already given the media view. Okay, first we have to do what? We have to import this media view in, this is a children, and we have to this is a set title. Okay, from here we can, so root dot get children dot add. What we want to add here? We want to add a media view. Okay, so we have to give the name of this one. Before doing so, we have to just take a getter and setter methods. So we have to get we will require what? Media view throughout the events. So let me create a getter method for this one. So here below the fields, okay, we can create a getter method for this one and for list view. Okay, so this is a just above all we have to define. So right click over here and getter method, simply whenever it will require, it will simply produce a object of, this is a getter. Okay, and lots of field here given, so we have to select only media player. Okay, sorry, media view. So you can select, this is volume slider and this is media view. Okay, okay, now this getter method will be, this is a public access modifier, and media view is object it will return. Okay, so this will return the object of this one. Here we have to require a, and here we can write get media view. We have to also initialize the controller. Okay, the class, this class need to be initialized here. Okay, given the reference for this one, whenever we will require a controller class, we have to, so just below this one, controller and controller, okay, equal to new controller. Okay, as already we have so controller dot get media view, so it will return media view. Okay, so it has added media view in our root pane. Okay, so now the all childs have been added through fxml or through externally we have added, and we have given the name, and we have assigned the method names. So let me first run it, and after that we will one by one we will make methods for handling the, okay, this is simply what it's saying. Okay, semicolon. Okay, it is simply giving warning that without semicolon it is not taking as a statement. So always remember this semicolon is too much required. This is syntax error. Without this it is not taken as a complete statement. Okay, so let me again run, and we can simply take a glimpse of our media player, how it will look. Okay, so this will look like this. Okay, now let me first select file. So in a controller, what we have to do, we have to make a method select file, and from that method we have to return an observable list which will be displayed in a list view. Okay, so this is a handle page, this is select button. So this will not be void, this will return a what? Observable list. Okay, this, and this may be given as a access modifier, or it will be taken as default, and default is visible to what? Class and package and subclass also. Okay, whereas this public modifier is accessible to all, open to all world, whereas the private is accessible to class only, and protected is visible to class as well as package. So file chooser object we have already created. So let me take the object of file chooser, and this will be equal to, this will produce what? File chooser dot, what we want to do, we want to select multiple files. So here window we can define it null, okay, and this will, what you can see, this will return a list. So we have to define a list, okay. So let me define a list. This is a list class. We have to from a collection class we have to java.util.collection, okay. From package this we have to list, and this is which type of list? List of file, okay. And yeah, you can say it this list will be given as a name my list, okay. We have to select a file from this one, okay. So what we have to do, file we have to make it convert it this list into observable list, and from the observable list we will select file, okay. So we have to create a observable list. We haven't created a observable list, so let me create a observable list of type file, okay, and let me give it playlist, okay. And this observable list is part of fx collection, so playlist, okay, is assigned with fx collections dot observable list, okay. And which list we want to convert it in a form of observable, so this will be my list, okay. Now we want to select a file from this observable list. So first we will try to get a selection model, okay. So file, this is object which we have created, is given equal to playlist. We have to create a list view, and list view already created. Already we have created a list view. What is the name of this? Is my playlist, okay. From my playlist, this will simply go in a my playlist, okay. So my playlist, this is a list view dot, okay, get selection model, this dot get selected item, okay. And this selected item will be of type file, okay. And let me cast it, because this, okay. So what we have done so far, we have created a method, and this observable list will be returned of type file, okay. Okay, sorry, this should be named in a there should be a class name, so this is a class name, okay. So this observable list will be returned from this method. And why we are returning any thing from a method? For future is during the programming, if any time we require this observable list, so we can take from here this method, okay. And now we have created a list, then observable list, and now we have chosen a file, and from here we have to return, what we have to return? An observable list. This is playlist, okay. Let me run it. So this is the method we have defined, and let me click it. Okay, so what it is saying, okay, this is getting error. Let me stop it, and this is null pointer, which point null pointer exception is generated. Okay, could not be null. Okay, this file chooser is to new object is always created with the word new. Okay, so this is file chooser. Okay, now this file chooser, now it will generate a list, whatever the number of items we will select from file chooser, and this my list will create a observable list. This observable list will be used for observing any changes during the application. Okay, so we can use observable list throughout the GUI. So always remember, whenever we are displaying any list or anything in a GUI, that should be, if it is changing or if it is observing changes, so that should be observable. Okay, so there is an interface observable. Later we will discuss in future lectures, further lectures. So that has been created, and I suppose this should be run without any. Okay, so this is a file dialog, and now suppose we have given a, so whatever the file, this should be a, okay, now this has been somehow completed the select button programming. Now whatever the file we have selected from this selection model need to be taken from in a play button. Okay, so here is a play, handler play. Okay, so let me first give the file to this one, and it will be converted in a form of media. Then it will be, so let me write, file may be taken from here. File is not required, so we can shift it in our play method. So here we are going to shift first play, and once the file has been taken, so what else we required? Media. Okay, so this is a media, and this will be file. Media takes always takes in the form of URI. So file dot to URI dot to string. Okay, so to string, where it is, you have to take a string source. This string will be given and now media object will be created to new, and here we will give the object of a, okay, so this media has been created. Now media player, this will take object of media. Okay, now media view will take object of media player. Okay, these things we have done, and we have selected a file, and the media has been created, media player, media view, all things have been created. what else we have to do? Once all things have been done, media player need to be set on ready. Okay, so media player should be made ready. Okay, so there is a method media player dot set on ready. Okay, this is a method, and here is a new runnable. This is an interface. When we will go in a threading, multi-threading part, we will understand the thread. So, and thread, there is a new runnable interface, and it simply the thread class implements runnable interface, and it has a method run. Okay, so whenever this actually method takes a object of a reference of this interface runnable. Okay, so in detail we will study in multi-threading. So what we want to do here, we want to make media player ready, and once it will be ready, we can set the media property. Once media player will be ready, it will take and analyze and explore the media and its end time, its metadata, and all the things will be analyzed once the media player is ready. Okay, so we will simply take duration first. So let me create a object of duration. So these are the objects which will be required, so we are declaring globally here. So let me first create the object duration. Okay, and this duration will tell what? Media dot get duration. Okay, so we have obtained the, now what is we have a progress slider. Okay, this progress slider will extend till the media is playing. So this is a slider. Okay, and we have to set this endpoint to the media duration. So let me fix it. Once the media okay, so slider progress bar dot set max. First we will set min, and it should be 0. Okay, double value, and progress bar, it is simple slider dot set max. This is the method used to, okay, and 2 seconds. Okay, so this is the duration, and duration is in second, and now we are want to double value, so this will this method duration dot 2 second will convert in. So now we have got the media duration, and we have set the slider's maximum value, slider endpoint also. Now what we want to do, once the file is chosen media, and after that we have to if file selected is not null, then we can put a method, because it will simply give a null point exception. So here we can put a condition, if file should not be null anytime, suppose not equal to null, on that case the execution should go ahead. Okay, this all code need to be done inside the so if file is not null, then only we will proceed further. If it is null, we have to check, or we have to stop here. Media player need to play. So media player dot play. Okay, and before doing so, we should check if it's rate. Okay, if it is rate, suppose during certain operation if we have fixed any rate, so set rate, and this should be, because whenever we are playing the rate double value, you may say this is a defined rate of a original rate 1 and the minimum rate is 0, and during the programming we can check or reduce or increase the rate of video. One is a designed or original rate of a video which we want to see. Increasing the value of this double value will make it fast, the rate of video will fast, or reduce will later we will use this and you will simply see. Okay, so now we can run it till now what we have made. Check whether our video is getting played or not. So let's run. It is going on. We have to select file first. Okay, the opened, so let me press select. Now go to the location where your video have been saved. So this is okay. Now I have selected and let me press play. Okay, but the button is not working, so let us check what is the problem. Okay, so implements initializable, and we have to implement methods. So here implement the methods of initialize method, and here we have to populate dot set items, and what is our playlist observable which we have returned from this one playlist. Okay, now populated, so my playlist dot set items, and here okay, so let me see and again run it. Let me select our video. Okay, and it is populated now. Okay, and now it is getting selected. So let me click OK. So it is getting ready. So we have to check stack plan above. So let me fix, and the slider is of height. So let me reduce this one. Okay, so let me make it 200. Okay, this should be, and this height should be little slow, so little low. This is 60, I suppose. So let me make it 60. Okay, and let me save it. Okay, now let me again. Okay, again we have made required modification, and I'm sure this time it should go and play the video without any problem. So let's run again. Select, choose your media file, okay. Now we have to select the video from the list view. Let me press play. Okay, now it is working. Okay, okay, but expansion of this window, our media screen is not getting expanded, so we have to work on this.
See the beautiful morning
So let's go ahead and
sky view
modify
from my
for
camera.
expansion of this screen of media view.
This is a
Enlarging our screen, our media view should be enlarged. So for what we have to do, we have to create two properties, double property, and that should be observable double property. Okay, and this is width, width, width property prop is media view dot fit width property. Okay, and the same need to be double property height fit height property, and we have to bind it with scene property. So width dot point bindings selectable media view dot scene property, and here comma, and this should be given steps. This is the width, so width. Okay, width, and same need to be copied for height property. Okay, and this should be here. Okay, and this should be height. Okay, okay, now we are going to check whether our screen is getting expanded or not. So let's run. Okay, select, choose your media file, Okay. Okay, so this is now working, and now expanding this, our media view screen is getting expanded. Okay, that's what we have done, and now it is
See the
working. Our task has been completed, so
sky view
let's go ahead
from my camera.
and program volume war functionality. Now we have to stop it and volume war. So for setting our volume, we have to volume slider dot value property dot add listener, and we have to choose new change listener. Okay, and what we want to new value will be defined what volume var dot get value and media player dot set volume new value, get it, double value. Okay, now let me run it. Okay, let's check whether our volume work is working fine or not. We have made arrangement for that, so let's run. Let's press play, and now we have to check our volume war. So let me wait for the volume. This is a video I have made for sample
See the
purpose.
beautiful morning and sky view
Okay,
from
it
my
is
camera.
now it is working.
This is the beauty of day.
Okay, so volume war is working fine. So let's code for some buttons. Okay, forward and stop. We have to control and configure our stop button. So where is the stop button? This is stop button. What we want to, if the media play is playing, it should be stopped while clicking the stop button. So let me fix it, and as soon as first we have to disable our player play button. So what we have to do, play button. So here it is play button dot set visible, set disable, and this should be true. As soon as we are pressing play button, the media player should be on, and the button should be disabled, because on that condition what we are going to do, we only have to do either back, forward or something else except play. So as soon as we will press the play button, stop button, again the play button should be stopped and the media player should be stopped. So first we check whether it is running or not. So if media player dot status get status dot equals status dot playing, on that condition what we want to do, we want to stop. Okay, and as soon as stop we want to false. Once we have pressed stopped, so again we can play. So this should be, so this will be enabled in forward and backward button. What we want to do, so this is pause and this is replay. Where is forward button? This one is, this is forward. Where is backward? Okay, here in this case, what first we are checking, we have to check whether it is playing or not. So if media player dot get status dot equals status dot playing, okay, so on that case what we have to do, we have to we are just forwarding the playing video with you may say 1 second, okay, dot seek, what we want to seek, media player dot get current time dot add, and what we want to add, duration dot seconds, and this should be 1, okay. So this should enhance or advance the video by. So we have made coding for forward and stop button. So let's check whether it is working fine or not. So let's run. Select. And here is our sample video. Okay, select it and press play. We want to check forward and stop. Okay, so let me make it. Okay, you can see the video is getting forwarded. Okay, and now we want to check stop, so let me press stop. The video should be stopped. Okay, is it stopped now? Okay, so it is working good. Okay, let's make some more coding for rest of the buttons. Back button, bigger back button. Why it is showing? It is already a boolean. There is no problem, there is something. Okay, now what our play button method is, why it is not appearing? So this is back button and we have to define, and we have to define handle back button. Okay, there should be a method. What method? Handle back button. Okay, so let me define it. Handle back button. Okay, and let me save it first. And after that, from the skeleton, okay, we can copy it in a controller. The method, this is stop and this is handle back button. Okay, and there is also, I didn't see pause button method. Okay, so this is this is play button and this is forward. This is play, stop, and the pause button is here and the play is here. Okay, so here, okay, so what we want to do here, let me first check it whether the media player is playing or not. So media player dot if media player is playing, what we want to do, we want to reverse it by dot seek media player dot current time dot subtract. Okay, there should be a subtract, yes, and duration dot seconds and y dot 1. Okay, so it is back. Now what pause button should do? So if media player is playing, pause button should pause, and if it is paused, it should play. Okay, and the same thing need to be reflected in a button also. So let me first check it. Okay, if it is better to check first, all the things need to be checked first, the condition required for acquiring the status. Okay, if it is playing, on that case what we want, first media player need to be paused, so it should be paused. Okay, yes, and after that what we have to do, pause button should set its text to what, resume, because after some time we want to play. But if suppose we want to again pressing it and the same pause button will behave is, so on that case else, okay, what if it is else if, okay, what media player dot get status dot equals status dot paused. If it is paused, on that case what we have to, resume. Okay, on that case we have to again play. Okay, and pause button dot get set text what, pause. Okay, so this is all about pause button. Later we will check and modify if required. And in replay what we want to do, we want to reverse something, episode of a video by certain amount of seconds, and we want to watch it very closely and slowly, and after that it should be again paused. So once we will press the replay button, it should reverse by 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So let me choose 5 seconds, and after that the rate of a video playing should be reduced by certain amount. So we are checking suppose by 1/4. Okay, as we have demonstrated in our made video. And on that case, if we have already replayed, so the play button should also be disabled on that time, because we again want to resume our video after watching the required portion of a video. Okay, so let me first check it. First we want to reverse. Okay, so first we have to find out the duration. Okay, get current time. Okay, after that we will duration new value will be what, duration dot add. Okay, how much, duration dot seconds, how much, 5. Okay, 5. We have advances the video, sorry, reverses, we should have to subtract. And once okay, by 5 seconds we have to subtract, and after that we have to set our media player dot seek. What we have to seek, new value. Okay, this will simply start. Ahead we have to set the rate also, and reduced by set rate, how much, and this should be okay. Always remember this will be a double value, so this will reduce the rate by 1/4. Okay, so replay will be do like this, and again at last we have to set the reset, disable the play button, because okay, and if first time we are pressing the replay button, it should disable, and next time it should be enable. Okay, so how we can check, we can check by the rate. Okay, if the rate is 1, it means it is playing. So if what we want to get rate, first we will calculate the rate. If it is 1, then it means, and this rate will be, so it will be given. Okay, so if it is returning 1, it means the media player is playing. If it is returning 0.25, it means it has been it is running with the reduced rate. So now we can put a condition, if rate, okay, 1, it means it is playing. So on that case, what we want to say, this play button, this rate should be reduced by 0.25, and the play button should be disabled. Okay, and let, and if rate is what, returning 0.25, it means it is already playing. Okay, so it is replaying already. So on that case, what we have to do, we have to simply start playing with the current duration. Okay, so current time, whatever the seek, and however media player dot get current time. Okay, so it should start, and again first it should fix the rate by 1, set rate. Okay, and it should play, and again it should, initially we have disabled, and now we have to enable it, dot set disable, and there should be false. Okay, so we have already done the play pause, replay, and this back button. Okay, and this pause button and stop button. This is select file, and this is already, and we have to again bind our progress bar also. So on that case, after the ready, we have to bind our progress bar. As soon as our progress is media player is playing, the progress bar slider should also go on. Okay, so what we have to do, first we have to add a listener to media player's current property. Okay, current time property. So media player dot current time property dot add listener. So let me add a listener, and here it will be a change listener. Okay, and what we want to have, first we have to calculate the new value, and that new value will be what? New value will be the media player's current time. Okay, okay, now what we want to do, progress bar dot set value, and in which one we want to show new value dot 2 seconds. Okay, okay, now coding required for all buttons we have done so far. Let me test one by one whether it is working as we want or not. So select the video. Okay, so let's press play first. Okay, now let me check the forward. Already we have tested, so let's test back. Okay, it is getting back. Now let me check pause, getting paused, and it is prompting for resume as we want. Now it should play again. Okay, working good. So now let's want to replay.
See the beautiful morning and sky view. Beautiful morning.
Okay, so it is getting played, and now the rate of the video have been reduced by 1/4, and once I will press again, it should go with the current rate.
See the beautiful morning
Okay,
and sky view.
and let me stop. Okay, volume word functionality.
This is the beauty of it.
Now let's stop this, and we have to make this volume level coding as soon as sometime we want to mute the volume, so we have to make arrangement for that. So let's stop it. First copy in a controller, and this is okay. What we want to do, if it is pressed, though on that case the media player volume should be mute. Okay, so media player dot set mute, and this should be true. Okay, and if it is true, so what will happen, if again we want to enhance the volume, so we must have to go to the volume slider. So volume slider need, again volume should be mute, should be disabled. Okay, So everything has been okay. We have selected the file, we have played, we have paused, we have forwarded, we have backed, replayed, and slider is also okay. The slider need to be binded. If suppose we want to press here and there in a slider thumb, so on that case the media player need to be forwarded and backward. So let me again, so on that case we have to uh, if suppose we first we want to drag in a certain position thumb, so on that case we have to first evaluate the new duration, and on that case we have to seek the media player on that particular duration. So first we have to calculate duration. So duration, new duration is progress bar first we have to calculate the value, okay, of a progress bar. So first we have to take double. New value, okay, target value, and now we want to seek. Okay, so this will simply wherever our drag thumb drag will be ended up, from there we will get the value of progress bar, and after getting the value of progress bar we will set the media player on that particular value. Okay, the same need to be done, okay, this. So all things all things required have been done. So let me check it, and our media player almost have been ready. We have to check it, and if it is working fine, then it will be taken as completed. And I hope the problem there is no problem.
Okay, so all required coding have been completed so far, so we have to test fully and whether our video is working fine or not in all aspect. So let's run, and again the selection of a video. Always remember, modifications are always open. You can do everything in a much better way and a much different way. This is just a very simple way, and time bar is also because we can't do so many things in a very less time. Where it is here. Okay, so this should go ahead, and let me select it and play. Okay, forward, pause, okay, replay, and back. Okay, and now this what we have test one, we want to set the mute one.
See the beautiful mod.
Okay, you can see and you can hear the volume has been muted completely, and let me enter our mouse inside this. Okay, so it is now the volume bar is working now. Okay, so everything is getting expanded as per the screen view.
and it is now working in a all aspect. So guys, our task has been completed, and somehow we have done our all required working of a video controller. We can select any file which JavaFX Media View supports, MP4, FLV. Also you can play MP3 file, audio file. So all kind of things we can do, and there are some more modification you can do, and
This video
so many enhancement can be done, and everything is open. You may do more things in a better way, and you can add some more functionality, but this is for making some motivation of a learning of Java, that it has a ability to make GUI application, and this will certainly brings motivation in Java learning. So in future we will make more projects with a different aspects. So for till then, bye, and stay tuned with Java City.